Today, I want to share with you what I like about Concordance. Now, Concordance is something we used to use a lot in the past, and now other software had replaced it. But I, for one, is actually still a user of Concordance, and I want to tell you some of the advantages that it still has and why you could be using it today. Lots of companies have replaced Concordance hosting on their network file share with an online software. That's kind of normal. Everyone evolved to that. There's still a few companies that keep a local copy of Concordance and they have databases on their network share. But most people do not anymore. And even though Concordance has been replaced with something else, these companies still have active license of the software. It may be like a perpetual license that they paid for. They're not eligible for upgrades anymore, but they can still use older version of the software. So if you still have that license, what would you use it for? And for me, it's usually quality control or preview of DAT files. One thing you want to do before sending data out, before sending out your production, is you want to check it. And one of the things you do in your review software is you set everything up, configure all the fields, hit the export button, and data gets exported. But a lot of people don't have anywhere to take that DAT file and load into for a final QC. They rely that whatever they configured and everything got exported correctly. And so one of the things that I like to do is load that DAT file into Concordance database and give it a preview to make sure nothing is broken. One of the things people don't realize is how fast Concordance can be. It can load DAT files faster than pretty much any other online system. You can load data into that proprietary Concordance database faster than an SQL server or anything else. It's so well optimized and it allows you to do so many things, like you can tally by a field, you can look for blank values, you can just see what's going on in your DAT file, maybe tally by custodian, make sure nothing weird snuck in, look at the file paths, names, etc. And if your production requires you to blank out metadata for redacted documents and your reviews doesn't support it, you can have a quick script or CPL in Concordance that you could run on your final DAT file to blank out those fields. And by now, people have huge libraries of these CPLs. I'm generally not a big fan of them because I think software should have essential functionality built in and not rely on scripts. Still, Concordance has lots of these scripts that you can run to modify your data. So if you used to use Concordance in the past and upgraded to something else, maybe it's worth checking if you have an old license of the software, because that could really help you with finalizing your productions and working with DAT files. Are there any other software that you can think of that can help you do that? Please put it in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube. I'll see you in the next video.